be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot. I be beaming.
Hey, what's the deal, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. It's Rhonda. Happy Friday. We made it through the work week. If this is your first time at the channel, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. I hope you enjoy the content. Before I tell you what we are about to get down on, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. And please go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can know when new videos drop and whenever I am going live. All right? Y'all ready? Because I'm ready. I'm hungry. I'm ready for this food to get in my belly. All right? All right, y'all, let's get into this food. We're having Mexican food, which is my absolute favorite. I have some little rice boats here where I put the Spanish rice inside of sweet peppers, topped it with cheese and green onions. And then over here, we have refried beans with some green chilies inside of them, topped it with cilantro and cheese. And then the main attraction, of course, are the tacos. It's not a tortilla, but it is, the tortillas are actually made out of mild cheddar cheese. And inside of it, there is no meat. It's cauliflower rice that's playing the role of the meat. And also I have some tomatoes, some cilantro, avocado, and red onions. All right. So I'm telling you, this is good. I've had this a few times. Even when I was eating meat, I would still make this. Because I just enjoyed the, you know, kind of breaking it up a little bit in between meat. And I'm bringing back my favorite sauce. This is my favorite hot sauce, y'all. This is Yellow Bird. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But it's Yellow Bird jalapeno condiment. This is good. I know a couple of y'all have already purchased this. Said y'all love it. It's good. It can go on anything. So let me give y'all the first bite. Y'all see that shell? That's so good. I mean, this show is a really good option. You don't have to be doing keto, but it is keto friendly. If you're trying to lay off the carbs, or if you just want to try something different, it's really good. If you're a cheese lover like me, I love cheese. That's bomb. This is good. I love Mexican food. I can eat Mexican food every single day. I really could. I ain't even melt the cheese on my little boats, but I want to put some sauce on it. My little boats. Like I said, it's rice in there, green onions, and that's it. And the pepper, little rice boats. So, if y'all want to know how to make this cauliflower meat and these cheese shell tacos, go ahead and click in the description box. There's a link to my vlog channel where I'll show you how to do it. And the same link is also in the pinned comment on this video. Something so awesome happened since the last video. Man, we are 10,000 deep on the GP fam. Like, I am so grateful for all of y'all. Every single one of y'all. It's really overwhelming wrapping my mind around it. I happened to be in the live when it happened. Y'all, I start crying. Because it's a trip. Like, for 10,000 people to just have some type of interest in what I'm talking about or what I'm doing, like, that's mind-blowing to me. It really is. I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. I've had such a great time connecting with y'all, building. I feel like I'm part of a community, you know what I'm saying? So thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. I really do. We're going to keep on going and keep on growing, all right? I'm going to jump back into story time pretty early because I feel like I have a lot of ground to cover. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I don't like long videos. So I'm going to try to get everything covered in this video. Not everything, but we still got at least 2 more videos for the series. But I'm just saying, everything I plan to talk about, I want to get it in this video, all right? So where we left off is, y'all met my cousin Shayna. Me and her tearing it up. We're on the party line. We doing our thing. We hanging out. And y'all see me looking to the side because I had to take notes to remember what to say. We hanging out. We having a good old time, meeting all kind of people. I'm single. She's single. We like a year into it now. So at this point, I'm still living at home. And I have my own line at home. My own phone line. I had my own phone line for years. So my house phone is blowing up. You might not be able to tell in the video, but me and my mom sound a lot alike on the phone. Like my grandmother could never tell us apart. So anyways, my mama would answer my phone when I wasn't home, y'all. That was her house, and she was gonna answer that phone. So she would answer the phone when I wasn't there. And these girls would start talking to her like it was me. Thank God it didn't go too, I don't think it ever went too far. But she got suspicious though, for sure. She'd be like, who are these girls calling the house? You know, because we had the kind of relationship where she knew all my friends in high school, knew their parents. So I'm like, oh, those girls in my class. We're working on a project together. That's why they call in the house. But I'm also like, why are you answering my phone? But I mean, it's her house, so I didn't say that. But I sure was thinking it. So anyway, y'all, this phone thing got so out of control. My phone was so cracking that I started basically pulling the little plug of my phone. I pulled it out a little bit so my phone wouldn't ring whenever I wasn't there. Of course, my mama is nosy. Mama, you know you nosy. I know you watching, you are. Let's call it what it is. She noticed that my phone was unplugged. She's like, why you unplugging your phone? So I came up with some story. So then she started plugging the phone back in. So the phone is just going crazy when I'm not around. So I said, okay, cool. So I started taking the cordless phone, the handheld part of it, and putting it under my mattress. She would still hear it, so she would still answer it. I'm like, hell no. Because the last thing I need is one of these girls to whisper sweet nothings in my mama's ear. So I said, cool. I got something for her. Y'all, I started taking my cordless phone with me. When I would just go wherever, I would have my cordless phone with me in the car, in the trunk. I just couldn't take it. I could not let her answer my phone anymore because I was so afraid of her talking to one of these girls on accident. Or saying, and and them talking about God knows what. Because I do believe that my mama would try to pretend to be me on the phone. If somebody was giving up some information, yeah, I do. So anyways, that's going on. So my mama, I know she's suspicious, but she ain't really said nothing to me. You know what I mean? I did my best to try to cover that up, right? So then, still we out partying, having fun. I'm on the party line every day. Y'all, I'm on the party line like 4 to 6 hours a day. Now, the problem with that is the party line number that I was calling was not a local number. They never had a local number in my area. So I'm getting charged, what, 10 cents a minute? And I'm on the phone 4 to 6 hours every single day, except for on the weekends because I'm out partying. So what happens, my phone bill gets to $1,200. I'm about to die because, I mean, I don't have $1,200 to pay this bill. I think the phone was in my mom's name or my dad's name. Somebody's name. It wasn't in mine. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to hustle this money together to pay this bill. My parents don't think nothing of it until the phone gets cut off. So the phone is now cut off. And I'm like, shit, what am I going to do? So now I got to come clean with the fact that this bill is $1,200. And my parents is like, who the fuck are you calling? I tried to lie my way out of it, y'all. But I had to say what it was. Because, of course, they was going to call the number to see who it was, what it was. Because it was the same number down the whole damn bill. So, I had to admit that I was calling it was called the Rainbow Room. I'm calling the party line. I'm curious about girls and yada, 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 right? So, and this is all relevant because this is going to tie into my, my coming out story when I eventually get there. So my parents, I'm so scared. They got me not cornered, but we sitting up talking. They, you know, my dad is present because my dad worked graveyard. So he wasn't around for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So while my daddy was at work, I was out doing dirt, basically. So we talk about me liking girls. I say I'm bisexual again. We basically made a deal. My dad was like, if you stop messing around with girls, I'll go get you a car right now. Mind you, I already had a car. I probably had a car for like 2 years. I'm like, okay. I'll tell him what he want to hear. And sure enough, my dad made good on his deal. My dad go out and buy me an SUV, y'all. A fucking SUV. Can you believe that? He sure did. So, he got me an SUV. And all I'm thinking about is all the stuff I'm finna do. Everywhere I'm about to go, who I'm about to pick up. I can now put more people in the car. I was excited. So, my dad gave me the SUV. And Sincere go to a whole nother level, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, it made sense that at this point, my parents didn't know that me and my cousin Shayna was hanging out, even though we were. I mean, they knew we were hanging out, but they didn't know that she was a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? So, I was still using school as a cover. And it made sense that I was doing stuff and being active because I was really active in high school. So, you know, we coming up with all kind of stories. I'm saying all kind of shit. The opera. We going to stage plays, record release parties, all kind of stuff, okay? My parents impressed. Her mom's impressed with the stuff we doing and, you know, exposing ourselves to. So cool. We still on. We having a good time. So now, it's one particular night I tell my parents, like, hey, I'm like, we going to a party at my school. She's like, oh, okay. So I'm giving her the details. I'm like giving her way too much information. I should have just said we was going to a party. I should have never said it was at my college. So we go to this party. Party is popping. And I see this girl there. And it wasn't like she was drop dead gorgeous or anything like that. It was just something about her because she was totally opposite of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real chill. She had a big personality. Wanted to be seen. And it was just, I don't know, it was just something about her that stood out. So I'm like, damn, who is that? I find out who she is. I'm like, I'm going to find her on the party line. Cool, I'm going to find her on the party line. So, we hanging out. Mind you, I had a 2 o'clock curfew. I stayed missing my curfew, messing with Shayna. And this particular night, Shayna was coming to the house with me after this college party. I told Shayna if she was coming to my house, she had to have a pair of girl clothes because she was a stud. Had a hat on, had a wave cap on. I mean, she looked real boyish. So we driving back to my house after the party, and I'm talking about this girl I done seen. You know, we talking about our night. She telling me about all the numbers that she done got because Shayna thought she was God's gift to women. All right, let's just call it what it is. Like, you couldn't tell her nothing. She would not take no for an answer. She felt like she could have whoever she wanted. So we in the car talking, and I'm like, where your clothes at? Because I changed my clothes. I changed from boy clothes and the girl clothes before I got to the house. She was like, I didn't bring a change of clothes. And I'm like, what the like, how you not gonna bring a change of clothes? Like, I know my parents is probably up. And so I'm kind of nervous to go to the house at this point, because I'm like, fuck, she ain't got her clothes. She got this fucking wave cap on, and she couldn't take she just had to keep the wave cap on. I'm like, can you at least take the wave cap off? She's like, nah. She keep the wave cap on, her fucking pants are sagging. I'm like, oh my God. Damn, like, I told you what you needed to do. We go in the house. My mom is like, how was the party? So we both looking at each other, stuttering and shit. We like, oh, you know, it was cool. We had a good time. You know, whatever. We trying to go upstairs. My mom is like, pulls me down, tells me to take a seat. She tells Shayna she can go upstairs. And I'm like, why I gotta sit down? What did I do? So she tells me that. She like, well, first of all, why does Shayna look like a boy? Why is she dressed like that? I'm like, you gotta ask her. I don't know. She was like, second of all, we went to the school. Wasn't no parties going on. We walked around that whole campus. I'm like, what? Y'all, the Lord could have just came and got me. I thought I was gonna die. The way my daddy was looking at me, I was so scared. So she was like, where was you at tonight, Rhonda? So I don't know. I lied my way out of it. I don't know how, but I got my way out of this. I'm like, fuck, like, you know, this is becoming too much. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I do is, instead of taking my ass to sleep, I get on the party line. I gotta find this girl that I just saw at that party. I get on there. I'm asking around. Somebody put me in touch with her. I tell her I met her at the party, what I look like. You know, I found her attractive. Of course, she asked me, why you didn't say nothing at the party? You know, I was like, girl. Anyway, I'm telling you now. So we ended up exchanging numbers and we talked. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we talked for like 4 days and then we was in a relationship all of a sudden. I'm not kidding you. It was literally 4 days. I was so dumb. Of course, I found out all the important stuff after we was together in this relationship. She had just got out of prison. I am not judging because she was in prison. I'm just saying that would have been nice to know. She was a gangbanger. She was a blood. I mean, she was an active gangbanger. Like, it wasn't like that was her former life. She was an active gang member. Point. She started, y'all, she started smoking Sherm. Sherm has such a distinct smell. Like, have y'all ever smelled Sherm before? My God, I can smell it right now. And I remember I told her, I'm like, look, it's either me or the Sherm. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, you got to get your shit together. And she chose the Sherm. She was like, well, Rhonda, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been real. You're a good girl, but, you know, this is what I want to do. And I was like, damn. So, of course, I didn't leave. I stuck around, hanging out with her. She lived in this house with this random girl. I don't even know how they knew each other. It was a house full of people who, it almost kind of felt like a transition home. Or, I don't know what to call it, but it was a house full of people that barely knew each other. People was coming in and out of the house. I mean, I'm not saying it was a crack house, nothing like that, y'all. I'm just saying, like, it was, and it was a big ass house too. But it was just random people in there that I feel like that she didn't really have a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? And I was always over there. I was always breaking my neck to get to her, to be around her. I remember one year, one of my classes, I was in college, like I said, and I always missed this class messing around with her. So I told my teacher some damn lie, and I ended up getting an incomplete instead of an F, because I was definitely failing the class because I wasn't showing up. And for a lot of it, I feel like I was her good girl, you know? I made her look good around her friends and her family. You know what I'm saying? They felt like that she turned over a new leaf, that she wasn't going to be on the same shit she had been on and stuff that got her locked up before. And That wasn't the case. She didn't have any ambition. She started running with the same people, doing the same stuff. And it's like, you know, I just felt like I had to be around to save her. Like, I really wanted to save her. Like, I was so desperate to save her. Y'all, we was together on and off for like 5 years. That's a long time. A long time to deal with somebody that ain't got that don't have an ounce of ambition. And like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with her being in prison. You can get out of prison and realize that you want more for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't. Let me back up a little bit. When I found out that she had just got out of prison, it like came up casually. It wasn't like she was trying to tell me like, oh, Rhonda, just so you know, I was in prison. Nah, she said it so casually, talking to somebody else. And I kind of overheard her, and I'm like, wait, you been to prison? She was like, oh yeah, I got out like a week ago. I mean, and I had to clarify. I'm like, are we talking about jail or prison? She was like, I was in prison for 3 years. I'm like, what? But doing all the same stuff, of course, it caught up to her eventually. She got locked back up, y'all. Okay? She went to jail initially for like a couple weeks. Went back to prison. She got locked back up for doing checks, fraud. And when I tell you she was lying about why she got locked up, I'm like, you were locked up at this point. You got caught. So you might as well be honest. I remember her mama called me one day to tell me the truth, because Monique was too embarrassed to tell me herself. Y'all, this is a mess. Y'all, I don't know what it was. Like, it's so interesting just saying this stuff out loud. It's like Monique fit the criteria for what I required at the time, which was to be rock bottom, to be broken, to be in a place that was dark. You know what I'm saying? Where you had to depend on somebody else. It's like she checked off all those boxes for me. And I don't know who I thought I was. I don't know why I felt like I had to save her. You know, for us to be together on and off for 5 years, that's a long time. And spoiler alert, she never changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, her mindset never really changed. So, anyways, we going live tonight to celebrate 10K, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope you can make it. I totally understand if you can't. I know we'll connect some other time. Just thank y'all so much for everything. And thank y'all for letting me get these stories out of me and off my chest, all right? So, I'll be back in a couple of days. Until then, please be good to yourself, all right?
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.